Oh, as you hear, I'm out here, and I got turned around because that piece of shit was commenting on my stuff. But it's like what 12 o'clock, so I'm doing good time. So, I wanted to talk about this story, but first, I can't believe y'all niggas actually listen to Vermeil Amir, right? This dumb fucker thought that women were gonna abide to laws and standards, or how they was gonna, how some of these chicks was going to shut their mouth if they were given a lot of money or sign NDAs. Ever since the whole Trump situation happened, a lot of women are now asking their OnlyFans friends to front them money so they can pay off breaking NDAs. So your boy Ty City and Ramil, they're not telling you about this type of shit going on where the women are breaking NDAs, losing in court, and their OnlyFans chicks are letting them taking a hit. But then the guys who they get their shit told, they taking more of a hit. So I don't know why you guys listen to Ramil about making chicks sign NDAs, keeping cameras up everywhere. None of that shit works. Look at Jonathan Majors. He had a whole damn camera. He had a camera. He had cameras. The camera situation happened, and he still got found guilty of whatever he did with that girl. It was not about white woman and black guy. It was about the fact that it's woman versus man. These niggas was just on the fact that a football player, or I think a basketball player, football player, whatever, he had to shoot some chick's brother or friend because she sent him on there while she was married. Then you had the situation with Meg Thee Stallion and her friend, and people knew that Meg Thee Stallion friend actually the one who shot her. But all these motherfuckers, idiots, didn't come forward and say anything about it. So he got caught up in what was sent to jail. Now they got to reverse all the shit that happened, and maybe he gonna get out of jail. For the fact is that these motherfuckers was covering it up. But y'all niggas out here acting like the court system is so great, and oh yeah, they do the right thing and all this other shit. It's just you acting like it's just men versus women. It's not really like that out here. And then you see it is like that. You see these women getting 13 years for killing somebody instead of getting fucking whole life sentences, while the guy, he does the same type of crime and he get a whole life sentence. So I can't believe that y'all listen to Ramil. Mind you, a guy who was caught for prostitution and all this other shit. And from what I was told, he used chicks. He used that. He had that porn money, and that's how he got his little real estate shit going up. He was doing that prostitution shit and that porn money to start him up with that real estate stuff. So he didn't do it on his own. Some chick going crazy. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. You know what? You know better. Some chick was probably on some type of drugs or some shit. And she walking around. See, when I go to my old neighborhood, you see them people going off their rockers and shit. As you heard me, don't come near me, cause I rock your shit. I don't have time for that. But like I was saying, they're not telling you all that shit that's going on around here right now. They're not telling you how a lot of these motherfuckers are going to jail right now, killing their husbands and their boyfriends. Or they're not telling you how, even with the camera evidence, these judges are waving that shit away and pretending like that shit don't happen and giving half the sentence. But what they don't tell you too, and I'll tell you, is that a lot of these chicks are getting the consequences done to them. Some of the judges are giving these chicks the full sentence. Some of them, most of them, not all of them. Where a lot of them are getting their shit revoked. A lot of them are doing 15 years like the guys. It just depends on the city, or should I say the state, and it depends on the judges. So you do your research with some of the judges and you see some of these, how lenient these judges is on females and how unlenient they are on men. And you see who the feminist judges is and who not the feminist judges is. But it's still the majority of motherfuckers getting away with shit. You know, I told the recent, my previous video showing you the influx of fucking older women going after younger ass teenage boys and shit. And it's basically getting unchecked now. Because niggas are out here pretending like it's okay to do that. And as long as it's them. They can do anything they want as long as they're female. But if you're a guy, you can't do nothing. Just like the guy under my comment section saying, I need to get a real job. But he don't say that shit to anybody else. He don't say that to the chicks. That's the funny part. But the anti-passport crew who making video after video after video about guys going overseas paying for sex, pussy for what they say, passport for pussy. What I was told was a lot of these YouTube channels already are on the list. They're on the list right now. Who are talking shit and bad about passport in certain countries. And they're just waiting for you to do something. If any of these guys ever go to some of these countries they talk bad about, they're going to pay attention right closely to you. Now, some of these guys might want revenge. Some of these guys, from what I was told, a lot of the guys that got killed in Colombia, some of them, a lot of these dudes was against anti-passport. Some of them. Some of these guys was against passport bros. And some of them were talking against overseas, calling them names, calling them whores, and saying that guys only get by whores, guys only get pay women overseas. And then the guys checked them and they find out this is the dude that said something about them, and they end up taking their lives. Now, y'all can't confirm that, but that's what I was told from behind the scenes, is that a lot of the shit that's going on is Venezuelan people who doing it in Colombia, but also there's people getting revenge on people because they was talking a lot of cash shit over there. That's one of the other reasons why a lot of these chicks are actually getting arrested in Dubai. A lot of them are getting arrested overseas. A lot of them get kicked out overseas. A lot of them getting barons because they was out there talking shit about passport guys. They was talking about the women being whores and sluts and shit. That's the reason why your boy Super Sly can't never go overseas, because they probably already got him on the list. And as soon as he says something wrong, they probably gonna kick his dumb ass out. Plus, he can't go to multiple countries like that because he got a felony. So they already put him on a list. Japan is already Japan is already sick of fucking streamers going over their country doing dumb shit, using their country as a playground. So basically, they put a cap on that shit and tell people you can't stream and shit on the street, and they put a lid on it and arresting people. So they enforcing shit. There's Brazil that's going to start enforcing shit. You know, people like Austin Holloman. So now it's going to be a trend of these anti-passport people. They're going to go somewhere and somebody going to expose them. So a lot of these chicks who run their mouth about passport guys, eventually, maybe next year after that, they probably going to start getting exposed one after another. So they run in their mouth. And a lot of chicks going to end up getting kicked out of certain places. And it's going to be glorious. But I find it funny that SBE side and your boy Ramil and none of these guys, they really not, they're not telling y'all about the change in the climate out here and with the laws and shit. And how the NDAs, how all these women are now breaking NDAs because they can get paid more money breaking an NDA from a secret than they could do holding up the NDA, because NDAs are like $100,000 if you break it. And they just borrow money from their OnlyFans friends and they make OnlyFans money and they get that money back. I'm just telling you shit, but somehow, some way, your boy Ramil was trying to tell guys that the women were making videos saying outrageous things just to be content so they can get their OnlyFans stuff numbers increase, which is right, which is true. I agree on that part, because some of these dudes are making these OnlyFans chicks more popular. I didn't know who Kasumi was before Adam22 and that dumbass Sharp. And funny that nobody's talking about, none of these guys, none of the SBE talking about Sharp, a fake ass pimp who argued with chicks on No Jumper. This nigga was arguing with Kazumi for, for like months. And then her presence in the adult entertainment industry increased, where her demand kept coming up, and I'm seeing her in top names in the porn stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing here? Ain't this the chick from No Jumper? And the other chick is now going in the mainstream. These motherfuckers is just OnlyFans chicks. Now they in the mainstream shit. But yeah, they doing a lot of shit like that. You know, Fresh and Fit and all these other people, they're part of that shit. And I agree with that. But your boy Ramil is a part of that shit too, because he was a porn star. Yeah, let's not forget that the nigga was doing porn. So let's stop acting like he was some real businessman and he grew his money. And when he did a deal with Erica Williams, he was on some hating on black men shit, because Erica Williams was his silent partner on money. Now the video, all that stuff led up to this video. So it was this Chinese girl that's in Thailand. This Chinese girl in Thailand decided to badmouth Thailand's most profitable area, which is the red light district. So she goes and say that the whole area is dangerous, is unsafe, and full of sleaze tourists, right? So she thought she can get away with it because there's a couple black men in the background, and she can say whatever she wants because, well, she's a woman. Well, that didn't work. Thailand was like, we ain't gonna let you fuck up our money. Check the fuck out of her. Her and her friend, they grabbed both of them, and they told them, set them down, was like, yeah, you fucking up our money, and you're not supposed to put cameras on people that messing up transactions and all that, right? See, this Chinese girl, I did a little research. She's kind of a Chinese feminist. So she left China because she fucked up the dating market over there, and she tried to bring her dating bullshit over in Thailand. I think she had a boyfriend. I don't know, I forgot. Because, reading, translating Chinese, sometimes you get the wrong shit and sometimes you get the right stuff. But basically she went to Thailand, in order to try to mix up her dating, even though she fucked up in China, even though China has like billions of people in there. So she went to Thailand to try to take advantage of the fact that she's the only Chinese girl there, even though she's not. And she make blogs and stuff like that. Now, they got sick and tired. Mind you, none of these fuckers told you about the chicks who got exposed for saying that Asian girls... Nobody talks about how some of the I just walked by a chick stabbing a dude in the neck, and basically he was one of those bum dudes that she dealt with, and basically he either was cheating on her or some shit, and she ended up stabbing him. He ran out the house. I wish I could show you on video. See, motherfuckers act like I'm not in the real world or whatever, but yeah, a lot of these motherfuckers be dealing with bum niggas. But like I was saying, I lost my train of thought. That shit was crazy. See, every time I come down this area, man, there's always some crazy shit going down. So this chick think that, she can leave the country she fucked up and then come over to Thailand and bring her bullshit and try to mess up tourists to try to keep certain people out of the tourist areas. So basically, Thailand checked her, like Dubai checked the black chick, the black trucker chick. Like a lot of these countries are now checking these chicks, and told her, you might have to get the fuck out of here. We're going to revoke your shit and we're going to ban you out of our country because you fucking up our money. And they grabbed her and her friend immediately. Like, nope, you ain't fucking up our money. You ain't fucking up our area. You're not putting out false situations out there. This ain't America. We don't allow that shit to go over here. And a lot of these countries are sick of these motherfucking females going over to their country, lying on their guys. So they're gonna start locking them up, and they already got them on the list. MOT alluded to that he had to talk to some people in certain situations where they wasn't gonna let certain guys travel or go somewhere, and he pretty much gave the okay to some of these dudes because he let them have their freedom, even though they was going overseas. And he like, "Lo, let them mess up, and then you do it." If you listen to the man tomorrow, he be know what he's talking about.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
And the same thing I know, that a lot of these chicks are breaking their NDAs, and their OnlyFans friends are giving them loan outs, and then they joining OnlyFans. But like I said before, eventually that OnlyFans shit bubble gonna bust, because it's not gonna bust. It's not gonna bust. I don't know when, but it ain't gonna be enough money to go around for everybody. And a lot of these motherfuckers have this false assumption that they can go over there and make money. Also, they might clamp this shit down because a lot of motherfuckers are not. A lot of these motherfuckers are taking more than they can, and they're making the United States, from like I said, from what I was told, a lot of these countries with these feminist people, a lot of these other countries are sick and tired of these females coming over there disrespecting their countries. And also they tired of them running their mouth, and they're starting to check these other countries and telling them that you better control your citizens. And if you don't control your citizens, we're gonna lock them up, and you ain't gonna do anything about it unless you want to pay out a lot of money to us. And some of these chicks gonna ruin relations with some countries, cause you know they running their mouth and talking a lot of cash shit, just like how them girls who was saying that Asian girls are uneducated and they broke and they poor, and then the next minute you know, all the chicks came out.
I don't like him.
All the chicks came out and defended themselves. But I bet you know, Rash the Bad Guy, Super Sly, all these different guys didn't come out and show those videos of them girls standing up for themselves. That's the funny part. They didn't even talk. They didn't even make videos about the chicks defending themselves during that time, because there was a lot of Filipinos, Japanese girls, Thai chicks. They all came to their defense and told them black chicks off. It became so public that these girls was told that if they come over there, they're gonna have problems. We remember that. But you know, they wanted to forget it that fast. Or the chick that went into the black chick that went to Dominican Republic and got rejected by the guy because he told her, I don't care if you got money, I don't care if you a successful person, more successful than me. It is what it is. I'm still a guy over here. Okay. So basically, this chick is this chick is put on, pretty much might be put on a ban list. Just like they getting sick and tired of these American that don't have their country. And I think that in the near future, a lot of people gonna start looking at America as a joke country, because the citizens are making it look like a joke. They're gonna look at the law being a joke. They're gonna look at some of the people being a joke, and they're gonna put a tight leash on some of the people that come overseas, the women and the guys. And if some of these motherfuckers disappear, they ain't gonna care. Just like when the chick went overseas, and when the chick went to Mexico and she got beat up by her own friends, which nobody talked about the story about how the chick that went to Mexico and got beat to death, she was involved with setting somebody up, like they set her up. But people keen to try to victimize her. She was involved with setting some dude up. So they set her up and, you know, got her out of here. But, you know, people were acting like she was the innocent person. So basically, you anti-passport guys, all you guys talking shit, I'm having fun now. It's gonna be fun, cause now you're gonna be the target in somebody's country for running your fucking mouth. And trust me, they'll get a hold. Some of these countries, the criminals got more access to the databases than the government does. So it's gonna be great. It's like, oh, you wishing death on them. Nah, not really. But they running their mouth, and you know, this is what happens when you run your mouth and try to stain a whole group of people, and then you end up making the enemies of the people instead. Cause you anti-passport guys and the chicks, y'all really did make the enemies of some of these countries, to a point where they don't even want to see y'all faces. They don't want y'all over there because y'all ran your mouth too much. That's like if Reg the bad guy decided to take his ass overseas finally after he so-called get tired. They're not gonna want his dumb ass over there. They're gonna probably look on the list like, yo, this dude was talking shit, and they're gonna check him. Why you think that a lot of these dudes are leaving the country and all this stuff started happening to them? Why you think some of these simp ass dudes that was overseas, they started to get robbed or, they started to get they started to get robbed. Some started to get beat up and stuff because they was running their mouth too much against the very people that in the country they was in. That's why lies left Brazil, some guys left Dominican Republic, some guys left Thailand, because basically they ran their mouth and they got targeted. So yeah, that's about it, man. So the anti-passport guys, they getting their karma back. They on the list. They on country's list for bad mouthing their people. See, this is what happens when you inadvertently go against certain groups of people and you inadvertently make enemies of of a whole country and culture. The people who say they not socially awkward don't even understand how to read the room. By downplaying other people, you try to downplay citizens. That's why they looking at you like, okay, you downplaying our citizens and our women and stuff, but your women are coming over here by droves and acting the same way you said our women are. But the difference is your women are undisciplined and unhinged, while ours, we got control of them.